Your audition is you. It's your brand. It's who you are. You want people to hire you. And I know that you're getting frustrated when you come out of an audition and you don't hear anything and you wonder, why am I not booking the job? Well, there are a lot of things that are out of your control. There are some things that are in your control. And here's 10 ways you're not going to book the job. Hey everybody, and welcome to 32 Bar Cut. I'm Austin Cook, Broadway pianist and music director, and today I'm telling you 10 ways guaranteed to not book that job. Number one, you're not going to book the job if you're late. Don't be late. Just don't do it. It's really, really bad. Trust me. I live in New York. I commute on the trains. It's crazy town with these trains. The casting offices, they also take the trains or drive the car or deal with traffic. They're there. They're ready for your audition. You just cannot be late. It's bad. I cannot tell you how many auditions I've sat in where someone's late. It doesn't matter what the excuse. The casting director and the director are just like, ugh, they just roll their eyes and they're frustrated. You don't want them to be frustrated before you even enter the room. Stop being late. Number two, be sick. Now, I know you can't help being sick, but I'm telling you, when you call out of an audition because you're sick, it doesn't matter. The audition, the casting director and the director, they don't care that you're sick. They just know you're not there. To them, it's an excuse. Or they know that they can't rely on you. Maybe you're somebody to them that just gets sick. They may hire you for this 1 week gig and they can't trust you. They're like, well, I guess they're sickly. We can't trust them to be there. I know it's sad. It's not fair. It's terrible. You just don't be sick. You show up anyway. Do it. Unless you're contagious and you have COVID. Then be sick, by all means. Number 3 way not to book the job is to be apologetic. Casting directors don't like it. Directors don't like it. Music directors don't like it. If you come in and you're apologizing because you've been busy or your baby hasn't let you sleep or, a lot of crazy circumstances have been going on, you just opened a show, rehearsals, tech, whatever, and you're just apologizing while your audition's not good or you're apologizing for not being off book, it's done. Hang it up. Don't apologize. Be confident. Rock the audition, no matter, even if you didn't prepare as you should, pretend that you did. Don't apologize or it's a guaranteed next. Number 4 way guaranteed not to book a job is to be unprepared. Don't be unprepared. Rehearse the sides. Rehearse the music. If it's your book you're bringing in, you're just singing from something from your book, know it. Know the whole song. Be ready to sing the whole song if asked. Don't just know the 16 bars. Be prepared. This is your career. You're a professional. You need to be able to do these things they're asking. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's difficult when you're working a full-time job in addition to trying acting. It's hard for everybody. It's a tough business, but there's no excuses. Be prepared. Number 5 way guaranteed not to book a job is to dress crazy. What are you doing? I see so many auditions. I just played a bunch of auditions yesterday. Some people are wearing some crazy stuff. What are you doing? If you're auditioning for a show that has a specific look about it, a traditional musical theater, and you are like a dance call, for instance, and you're wearing a normal dance outfit, but then you're wearing like a long robe over the top and it's really loose and you can't see your lines and your legs and what dancers, you're supposed to be able to see like what you're doing. What are you doing? I had a choreographer and the assistant choreographer yesterday were commenting on this woman they thought was a good dancer, but they couldn't tell because she was wearing something crazy. She ruined her audition because of what she was wearing. Don't do that. It's the same with dresses or skirts or tops that accentuate parts of you that you don't want to accentuate. It's distracting. And guys, it's the same thing for guys. If you're wearing, a suit to an audition and you're auditioning for a modern musical, it just looks like you're green. Like, why are you wearing a suit? Make sure what you're wearing feels in character, that it's part of the character, and but not costumey. Number 6 way Guaranteed not to book the audition is to be rude. Don't be mean to the accompanist, even if they're bad. Don't be rude to the casting person. Don't be rude to the director. Most of you aren't, but every once in a while, if you feel that the accompanist was not up to snuff, you may be rude to them, and then turns out they're the music director or they're really close friends with the director, and then you're not booking the job. So make sure you do your best to be friendly, kind, say thank you. Otherwise, if you're rude, you ain't booking the job. Number 7 reason you ain't gonna book the job is if you're not using the reader. If you're not sure of where the other actors in the side or the audition or in your song you're singing are. If your eyes are just in space or you're looking staring at the casting people, don't do that. Use the reader if there's a reader. If there's not, make sure you have everybody else in the room that's in your song, you have them placed where they're going to be, that you're singing to someone. And I don't mean actually, I mean in your mind. You're singing as if a person was there, but don't sing directly to the casting people. That weirds them out. Don't sing directly to the accompanist. Sing to either or do your sides to the reader, act with the reader, or place the people in the room as if they're there. And don't just put it in a nebulous space. Make sure you've spaced out where you're going to act. Because otherwise, if you don't use the reader, you just look green and you ain't going to book the job. Number 8, guaranteed way you ain't gonna book the job is if you're timid. Timid people, you ain't gonna get the job. You gotta walk in that room and own it. Be confident. Sure, kind, nice, friendly, but you got to be confident. Don't be timid with the accompanist. Don't be timid with the casting. Don't say, "Are you ready for me to sing?" Or don't be unsure about anything. Have what you're going to do. If it changes, go with the flow, whatever. Say, "Oh, could you introduce?" Sure, I'll introduce myself. My name is blah, 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 and here we go. Be confident. It's your audition room at that point. Own it. If you want to use a chair, walk over there and grab that chair. Use that chair with confidence. Don't ask permission to use the chair. It's your audition room. Casting and directors are going to respond to actors that feel like they know what they're doing. They've done this before. They can be trusted. Especially Broadway, you're dealing with multi-million-dollar productions. They're not going to trust the show to an actor that is unsure of themselves or timid. Number 9, guaranteed way you ain't going to book the job is if your book or your audition song is terrible. This happens a lot. This happened yesterday to me. Actors would come in with a book and give me a song that is crazy. That the music, I can't even read the music, let alone I've never heard of this show, and I know most shows. And then, fine, even in that consider, then they sing it and it sounds terrible. It's like they don't even know the song. They're looking at me for the lyrics. What are you doing? You ain't gonna book the job. Why waste your time? Why even show up at that point? You've got to be prepared. We talked about it. And the book, your audition book is you. It's your brand. It's your aesthetic. You want to present that book and be polished, professional, and ready to go. If it ain't, you ain't gonna book that job. Number 10 way, guaranteed you ain't gonna book that job, is if your reputation is bad. It happens all the time. An actor will give an audition. Director looks at the casting director and says, "Oh, who are they? Maybe it was a good audition." The casting director says, "Oh, they're a nightmare to work with. They talk to me crazy in the email exchanges with them. Their agent talks to me crazy. They're just, it's a nightmare. They're always demanding things." It's a no. The director just liked your audition, but your reputation, the way you treat people is bad. It's a no. Okay, we all have work that we can do on ourselves to make sure that we're treating everybody with respect, kindness, love, empathy. You got to do a good job because it does matter, not just in the audition room, but outside of the audition room. When you do a show, maybe even it's just a small community theater show, you work with a director, you never know. Broadway director might be calling that director and saying, "How was it to work with them?" And if you acted crazy because it was community theater, you didn't feel you were being paid right and you acted crazy, they tell that director, all of a sudden you lost out on another job because of the way you acted on that show. You've got to treat yourself like a company. You got to be professional at all times because your reputation is so important. Hey, if you're digging this episode, go ahead and hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe with the notification bell on so you can stay up to date on all of our episodes, whether it's Adrienne or whether it's me. All right, let's get back to it. All right, that's 10 ways, guaranteed, that you're not going to book the job. So much of auditioning is out of our control, okay? There's so much that it just depends on whether the lightning strikes and you've got to win the lottery. But there are things that you can do to make sure that you're at least putting yourself out there in the best light, that you're not sabotaging yourself. Don't do these 10 things. If you can avoid doing these 10 things, you have a better shot of getting that audition booked. All right, all. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you have anything that I missed, let me know. And I love hearing your audition stories, so let me know about those in the comments as well. And hopefully we'll see you at an audition soon. Break a leg.